Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Must Be Nice, episode 1. It's your boy Chris, and
Your boy Loons.
we're here to talk about, pop culture, music, all kinds of things. This is, us getting our bearings together. This is number 1. This is the intro. This is all that.
Yes, we just thought of coming up with the channel. Well, we were thinking podcast, but we're doing a channel. And we just always have like late night conversation. We'll talk like hours at a time, and we just laugh. And we think like people would probably enjoy listening to our conversations. We always talk about pop culture and current events and whatever's like going on in the world. We've been friends for over 10 years, so it's like we like sometimes we just connect like even through text, or like we're linked basically, and we always like come up with like ideas, and we're just like that.
Not only ideas, but things like, we're big, Star Wars fans, Marvel fans, so we'll get definitely those crazy, fan theories and things like that. Not only just regular ideas, but fan theories and just, I feel like we bring all of it together at once, not just one of those things where I think I'm cool, but Marvel's whatever. We're just gonna be, we're gonna give our ideas and thoughts.
Yeah, but lately, I guess, only a couple of things. There's actually been like a couple like new stuff on Netflix. I just seen like they added like 3 movies this month. They added like The Silence.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. That was really good. I recommend that one. It was kind of like Quiet Place.
Okay.
But it's got, it's different. It's just funny how like movies come out and you're like, oh, that's really like this other movie that came out last year, but they were probably in production at the same time,
Yeah.
That's so funny how it happens. But I just wanted to mention like Netflix is on its point, and even though I guess they're coming out with the Disney streaming and stuff.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
I don't think it's gonna be like competition. It's gonna be there's Netflix and there's Disney Plus. And
yeah, it's like how there's Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, they don't like.
I'm gonna have everything. I'm gonna watch it all.
Yeah, it's not like Netflix can put Hulu out of business, but they're not comparable. They're not like, So.
If anything, I feel like maybe just live TV suffers, but that's about it.
Dude.
I don't think, Disney Plus comes out and there's gonna be Netflix is losing these many people, Hulu's losing this. I feel like everybody needs all 3, and then live TV will suffer.
Yeah,
But
they're hurting, dude. Because I seen a commercial on MTV. It was like Jersey Shore's Vinny and Pauly D. They were like, DirecTV's getting rid of MTV, and I was like,
yeah. If you've seen the new Twilight Zone, it's only on CBS on the app.
The one with
Jordan Peele.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. The first episode's okay. It's with Kumail Nanjiani. It's all right. He's like a stand-up comedian type deal. But the second episode with Adam Scott from Parks and Rec and all those stuff, that one's pretty good. It's like a thriller. He's trying to. He finds like a podcast, like on like an old iPod type thing, and it's like literally telling him what's gonna happen next. And so he's trying to figure out how does our plane go down. He's trying to solve it, fix it before it goes down. It's a really cool episode. So Twilight Zone, it's on CBS. It's on their app. I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check that out because I seen the commercials and I was like, man, I don't know. It's either gonna be like really good but still like watchable because I like Jordan Peele a lot, and I know he's just like the host and stuff.
It's really trippy because it'll be in middle episode, and then you'll see Jordan Peele just sitting there like being a part of the crowd, explaining to you what the episode's about. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's.
It's weird too because if you're a big fan of Key and Peele, you're expecting it to be kind of funny.
Yeah,
and it's like it's dead serious. It's kind of funny. It's weird, but if you're a fan of Twilight Zone and things like that, you'll get used to it quick. So I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
So what about music? I've been listening to Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I've seen her trending on Twitter. I've seen the memes about her. I don't know who she is. Is it a her? I don't want to like assume. Is she bald? I've seen so many memes and things. No, I don't even know who Billie Eilish is.
I think the bald one is this guy who's like makes like not parodies, but like he like makes beats with his piano, and then like he'll like use like some random object in his house like to make the beat. You know, like her song, like he was like hitting the couch. Like, cause that's how one of her popular songs is.
I've seen the meme of like a guy with like a Nintendo 64 controller, and I'm just like, I want to get this, but I don't know if I want to know what Billie Eilish is.
Well, I think she's cool. I did a little bit of research, cause when I discover like a new artist, I go on Apple Music or Google the person. She's 17. She's from LA. Her and her brother were homeschooled. And they like make music together. Her brother writes lyrics and she like makes the music. But like, she's 17. She's from LA and she's good. Like I mean, she has older music and I'm barely like I listened to her new album. And it was good. I liked it. She's got like 3 or 4 songs that I really like, but the whole thing's really good. And I guess like she's 17, so like a lot of younger people are gonna be making memes of her and all this stuff.
The Gen Z memes are crazy. My brother's in Gen Z, so I gotta go to him to find out all the random stuff that they mean. I just found out recently that oof, OOF, I don't know, it means, just like, oh, that's crazy. Just things like that. They're so advanced above us that it's good to have a brother that's 10 years younger than you. For music, also, next week, Crash Talk. Schoolboy Q's coming out. He's got a song with Kid Cudi. I'm very excited. He just dropped a song with Travis Scott, Chopsticks. It's pretty good. The video's kind of cool. If you watch the video, it's kind of like him, like in the olden days, like maybe 20s, 30s type years. There's like a bunch of ballerinas dancing, and he is in like this cool fit. He's got like a fucking top hat. And, he's just, dancing with them. Travis Scott's like the conductor. It's pretty cool, It's not your typical video. It's not, bitches dancing around with their ass out. Schoolboy is, looking at this chick in the audience that he's going to take home. And she's with her man. And he's looking at her like, what the fuck? It's a cool video, And it's only like 2.5 minutes. So, the typical, what would I say? The typical... consumer will have enough time to watch it. It's a good video. So Schoolboy Q, Chopsticks, and then Crash Talk comes out this week.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm definitely gonna check that out. But excuse me. Yeah, no other really music. I mean, I'm hoping like this summer there's gonna be some bangers. Yeah. I'm really hoping, if any, like I've had like other artists have dropped albums this year that I like. Like I like Nav. I know you don't really care for Nav, but I like Nav. His album dropped like last month and it was really good. And then I think Future dropped an album this year.
Future dropped pretty recently.
I think it was the beginning of the year.
Maybe late February.
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. But anyways, I'm just looking forward to this year. Kendrick Lamar, because he's been MIA.
Oh man,
he's been doing like the soundtracks and stuff, but that's not like he's dropping an album.
I would love for a Kendrick album. Damn, I still daily to this day I listen to it. You know what I was listening to today? Just through the beginning to the end, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. That's one of my favorite albums. I'm gonna try to buy that on vinyl. It's one of those things where it's just a classic instantly,
Yeah.
I fucking, I couldn't wait for it to come out. I illegally downloaded it. Don't arrest me, please. And now I re-downloaded it just to listen to it again. And it's just like, man, we need something like that. Like, Damn was probably the last thing, in my opinion, that was like that. Front to back, I can listen to it any day.
I definitely agree with that.
I know you were lucky enough to see him live.
Yeah, I did
perform that.
He did all his hits. When I went to go see him in like 20, I think it was 16 when it came out.
Yeah,
16
when it came out.
And I went to the Damn tour. But like I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago, I seen like a tweet, and it was like Damn came out like 2 years ago, and I was like, where's this dude at?
Right.
But last year, X's album, the question mark one, I love that one, beginning to end.
What's your last album you liked?
Like beginning, through? Yeah. Last year, yeah.
Yeah, now that I think about it, there's not a lot of albums that have come out since the Damn album that I've listened to front to back. Maybe Swimming. I'll give you Swimming. But that's Swimming, you know, I like it so much. You know, Mac dying sucks in so many ways. Another way is that people are going to overhype some of his old stuff. But Swimming is so good just if you know, he's got the live instruments, he's got all these things. If you like that, it's such a complete album. That's why I was so bummed that he lost to Cardi B. Cardi B is really, you know, I'm not gonna diss her or anything. She's doing her thing, good for her. I just wanted Swimming to win. Swimming or Nipsey Hussle, you know, R.I.P. him too as well. It's the, you know, it's rap for you, you know. Grammys are gonna be nominated for all these good ass artists, and then out of nowhere they're gonna die, and it's like, fuck. Now they don't have a chance to win. They should have won.
But you know what's crazy? Like Cardi B, like she's a rapper, but like Mac Miller, like is he a rapper? Like I feel like all these artists have all these own sound, like that it could be like their own genre, you know?
That's very true.
And it's like you can't compare like Cardi B, like she's lyrical, she makes hits, you know.
She's that perfect pop rap that
exactly. And then Mac Miller, he's a rapper, but like it's like not like hardcore like gangster rap. It's like
100%.
And he's got like all the, you know, like the instrumentals, like you said, like music, like musically sound, you know.
Yeah.
And like while Cardi B, like I'm not saying I don't like her music. It's just different, and like she's like it's like more club trap music kind of thing.
It's the pop rap that, you know, it could go to fucking soccer moms will listen to that shit while they do fucking Zumba class, and you know it appeals to so many people. That's why I was so bummed. Just like Mac, you know, there was Swimming, and then the one before that, Divine Feminine. They're so rare that you'll hear a rapper rap over fucking instrumental piano and fucking all these, you know, real instruments. Yeah. So it does suck that he didn't have his own like you're saying, genre.
Oh, well, it's like that's why they should make like another genre. Not like Mike Miller's gonna have his own genre, but like a genre for artists who are different, you know?
Exactly, like
Kid Cudi. I feel like Kid Cudi's like his own genre.
Yeah, I can
like
go all day about
he
that,
can go up and down like a rapper. He could do rock and all this stuff.
It's one of those things where it's like they become just artists. You know, they're not rapper Kid Cudi. They're not singer Kid Cudi. They're artist Kid Cudi.
Dude, that's
artist Kanye West. You know, it's just they hit that shit where it's like you can't really label it to one thing. You can't be like, oh, best rap album Kid Cudi, because he like you know, Passion Pain, Demon Slaying. Mm-hmm. He sang more than rap on all that whole album. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if it's only nominated for rap, it's like, well, why wasn't he nominated for this? Why wasn't he nominated for that? It's really hard to just pinpoint these artists these days. Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel, especially about Kid Cudi.
We're big Kid Cudi fans. But before we move on from music, or you're done with music?
Yeah, I can move on from music.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller. I'm drinking water.
Me too.
It's
my favorite drink, Dr. Pepper.
Should we tell a story?
Let's wait until we get into the history of the Loons and Chris.
All right. We could save it. But so there's a lot of stuff coming up this week.
A lot of things coming up. Not only just this week, but like the few months. You know, there's, you know, the end game coming up. I'm 100% ready for it. I can't wait. Not only this month, but just happened. You know, Us. So many phenomenons. You know, so many just things that happen in the pop culture that just affects everything. So Us. What else just came out?
Well, I mean, I haven't went to go see La Llorona came out.
La Llorona.
I think it's a big deal.
There's so many. I really wish they would have had, a Hispanic family in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Having fucking Velma from Scooby Doo be the main character.
I think she's hot, so I don't mind.
I mean, she's an attractive woman. I'll give you that. But her calling her La Llorona, like, just butcher it in the beginning, like when they fucking, title credits come out, La Llorona, and it's kind of, it's rough. Especially with Hispanics that grow up with it and know about it, it's kind of rough, I'm half white, so I didn't know much about it growing up, but Hispanic fucking family that I've come in together with, I'm engaged with a Hispanic woman. They talk about La Llorona so much, and it's like, fuck, man, I wish they had that perfect scary movie to grow up into, like fucking what's that movie, the with Patrick Wilson and that other chick from the Norman Bates show. what movies do they have? There's like two of them already. The Conjuring. Like the Conjuring movies are so good. If they could have like a Hispanic one, that would be so tight, man.
I like The Conjuring. I don't really like. I like scary movies with the story, like actual story. I don't like The Nun. Like, I think it's with The Conjuring, right?
It's like a fucking a spinoff.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seemed like it's gonna be all kinds of jump scares. It was not even gonna be about the story. So
I watched The Nun.
I didn't care. I know it's on demand, so I probably will watch it. But I wasn't like, I'm gonna go to theaters and watch it.
So that's the thing, like, because The Nun, it was like coming through like a Hispanic background. I watched it with my girlfriend and her parents, but they got bored with it because it was kind of whitewashed. If you could get like a real deal Hispanic scary story told the right way, I think it would be so cool. I think it would be like if you watch Star Wars, what's that one before 4 now? The Rebellion one, Rogue One. If you watch Rogue One, they have Diego Luna in it. He's got his own accent in it. He's got a Spanish accent. It's so cool just to see it. Dude, it's not like they wrote it in. It's nothing. They just let him talk.
It was inspiring to a lot of Mexicans.
Exactly. That's why and he's getting his own show on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta let it come organically. You can't just write it in. Oh, it's in Mexico, or it's a Mexican legend, and we're gonna throw some white people in.
And it's like, oh, let's get a Mexican director, and then like white people want to be
exactly.
Oh, why does this gotta be racial? But it's like, if you want to have like a Mexican story, you should get someone who knows. Like, even if they're white, then like let them, like, if they're gonna be knowledgeable about it, But that's just how it should, like, not how it should be, but logically it should be. Oh, then it should,
get somebody in there.
Director should be Mexican. He's gonna know.
Get somebody in there that was afraid of La Llorona his whole life.
Yeah.
Don't get somebody in there who just found out what it is. If someone's scared of the boogeyman their whole life and they make the boogeyman movie, they're gonna make that shit scary as fuck. In my opinion, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm out here scared of fucking werewolves and I make a werewolf movie that's terrifying, it only makes sense. I feel like you give it to somebody that's grown up scared of it because they can call back from their own scared memories.
Yeah.
In that sense,
Yep.
Like, I hate scary movies, but I would love to make one just because so much stuff scares me. I should be like, let's try this out. You go take the trash out at night and you're fucking terrified. Let's throw some shit out of that. There's not people that just make scary things. They're like, oh, this is supposed to be scary because this. So many people, they just they turn it into like an algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is supposed to be scary. This will work. No,
that's so true, man.
Let's get real into, like, that's why I think Jordan Peele stuff works so much, because there's so much, people of color are afraid of, and I just like Get Out was, as far-fetched as the end is, people replacing them. The whole middle to end part is so they can relate to it enough to be scared at the end.
Yeah, and like how he, like, well, I guess was saying like in his new movie, like he wants to keep doing like all black characters or whatever, but his audience is for black people. I feel like, you know, like he's trying to, like, this is from like, maybe not exactly what he was like, it's just probably things he came up when he was growing up. Like he used to be scared of this, like kind of scared of white people and how they would act and what, like if they had hidden agendas, you know, like that's probably how he came up with all that stuff. So
100% I agreed with him when they asked him how come he won't have a white person be the main character in his next movies or any movies, because he said, I've seen that movie before. If you think about it, every movie the white guy is the main character. That's why so many movies deal with bullshit like Captain Marvel. If you didn't even like it, that's on you. You know, you didn't like it, you know, like what you like. But so many people already gave it bad reviews just because it was a woman, you know? So it's not fair. It's not fair at all. Sorry, I spilled a little bit.
You're good.
But, you know, that's how it works, you know? It's gotta be normal to see a black character, a Mexican character, and just all these characters that are the lead.
It's gotta be diversified. Like, I mean, you brought that point up, and I'm thinking about it. It's, like, very true. Like, we watch a movie and we're like, we've seen this before. Like when I watch movies and I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen next. Like I don't hate it, but it's like I want originality.
Exactly.
And that's what he's going for, man. He's gonna be to me he's already like one of the greatest directors.
I was so happy with Rogue One because it was a typical movie, but it had normal, you know, a fucking Hispanic character that with a Mexican accent. And it's like, okay, it could be, you could follow the plot and know what it is, but seeing your own person into it, it draws you in more.
Oh, yeah.
100%. So there could be someone that, you know, barely can speak English, and they can relate to this character that, you know, is in, you know, what's it called? What do they say in Star Wars? You know, a million years, you know, a long time ago, far away. You could relate to that person, you know? That's why so many people loved Black Panther and things like that. It's like, as soon as you see someone that represents you, you want to show out for it. You know, 100%.
Yeah. So we got Mortal Kombat comes out on Monday. That's a big deal for me. I named my son Raiden from Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna be there Monday night. You know, I was thinking about actually doing like beating in 24 hours.
Really?
Because Monday night, I'm gonna get it Monday night, and then on Tuesday, and then I work Wednesday morning, so I might just beat it in 24 hours.
What we should do is last time there was Mortal Kombat wasn't that young, wasn't that old. We had a tournament. So maybe the next tournament we should record it and show it on our channel. It's a lot of fun. You know, there was, how many of us? 12 of us?
I can't remember.
There was a lot of us, and we had a tournament.
I want to say 10, 12. Yeah,
put money in it and everything, and of course this guy wins. But it was fun. A lot of us hadn't played in a while. We had some warm up games. It was a real lot.
I tried making up rules so it was fair. And I gave like, at least, I know it was like a month in advance. I invited everybody, so like
it wasn't, hey, tomorrow, let's play.
Yeah, like it was like, I just beat the game. I know every character's moves and stuff. I was like, in like a month we should hang out and do a tournament and stuff. But yeah, maybe we could do that like in a month or two, just because everybody.
Let everyone, the new game's going to come out. There's going to be new characters. There's going to be characters that's not there. So if you play as, Shiva or somebody, you're going to be shit out of luck. So, get used to some characters. We'll have a, tournament. We'll have money, but we won't show the money part, let it look clean.
I have not seen a single Mortal Kombat.
You haven't watched it at all?
I haven't watched the first one. There's Raiden and
that
Liu
teaser
Kang?
one I sent you.
No, it was Raiden Scorpion. I watched that one. It was like a minute, but I have not watched nothing.
You haven't seen Johnny
I haven't watched nothing,
bro.
Nothing. I haven't seen nothing. No fatalities.
They showed Devora as one of her fatalities. Shit's disgusting.
Yeah, I haven't seen no. Was it the
Johnny Cage?
No, the Skywalker. The last was it?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. I didn't watch the trailer, so
it there's not a lot of context, but I really wish the ending didn't show a spoiler. I know
what the spoiler is, but I don't know. I seen a meme of it.
Yeah. The Seth Rogen one or the
It was some random one. It was like I don't know. There were people in the sky and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
There's a very notable laugh at the end of the trailer.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, don't. I won't talk about it more. If you watched it, I'll let you know.
I want to know.
I really wish they would have saved that laugh till they wouldn't have showed it. Actually, I wish they would. They never showed it in a trailer because that would have been a really fucking cool, like, just blow your mind in the movie.
Gotcha. But what do you? I mean, who do you think they're referring to?
I can't tell you. You don't want to know. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's stop right here because honestly, the second you hear it, you'll be like, "Fuck! I wish they saved it."
Yeah, thank you for
100%.
that.
You're not gonna want to know. Just don't look anything Star Wars up because J.J. Abrams did talk about it. And he's like, "I'm surprised nobody knew about this because blank was on set."
You know, that was it. The Last Jedi, the last one.
Yes.
I didn't really like it.
Really?
I wish J.J. Abrams would have.
You know what?
Would it have? My thing is, would it have been better? Would it have even been different?
That's the thing. It's like, what would JJ have done?
I think it would have been completely different.
It probably would have been 100% different, in my opinion. But the thing is, with the second Star Wars movies, it's always so much different. You know,
You're
Clone
right.
Wars was, fucking.
It goes like this. Like, it always goes like this with trilogy. The Star Wars trilogy.
Empire Strikes Back was technically a low moment for the rebellion. You know, Luke loses his fucking hand. Darth Vader's his dad. You don't know what to expect. So I feel like when there's a second movie, you gotta make it different. So Clone Wars was so much different, action-packed compared to all the other movies. But
also, like, when you watch the third movie of the trilogy, and you look back, it changes how you see the second one.
Yeah, that's very true.
They do that a lot. Yeah,
and then they like to reference it. So, Return of the Jedi, it's all about the whole Skywalker lifeline. You know, Luke's accepted that it's his dad, and he wants to turn him back. Revenge of the Sith, they've been at war so long, they want to just end it. So, number 2 is they want to change everything and then just set the whole tone of the rest of the series, in my opinion. Because, now Rey and Kylo are destined to fight each other at the end. At the beginning, you were just like, who is this chick? Kylo Ren, is he for real a bad guy? And then at the end of The Last Jedi, he had that chance to, come together or be your own person, and he chose to be, I'm the big bad guy, He killed Snoke, and he was like, you know what, I'm the leader now. So that's what the number 2 movies, as long as they get that shit right, I don't have a complaint. I thought it was awesome, the Luke Skywalker Force Ghost at the end.
Yeah, I love the ending.
A lot of people were mad about that shit. I thought that was the worst thing to be mad about. There's so many things to be mad about. The whole Finn thing was kind of a waste of time. I'll give you that. That was a waste of time, him and Rose, and then having that dude that fucks them over at the end. Mm-hmm. But Luke Skywalker being a Force Ghost across the galaxy, coolest fucking thing. I would have never even thought that. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Yeah. I was like, you know what?
It was sick.
And then people were mad because they were like, that wasn't established. If you go back, there was no Jedi lore. There was no other things before Star Wars. So when Palpatine pulled out the Force lightning and Return of the Jedi, no one was complaining about that shit. This shit looked cool as fuck.
Yeah,
there was no one like, oh, where does it say you could do Force lightning? I think that's just lame as fuck, you know?
Yeah, it's like we're Star Wars fans, but we're not gonna.
I'm not gonna
nitpick
exactly,
it, you know, like
nitpick. I'm not
just
gonna
be happy with it, enjoy it.
I'm not gonna bitch about the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life, you know. That's what I don't get, you know. I'm all for. That's what the old trilogy was just showing you new shit. Sure enough, the prequels showed you stuff you already knew, but that was kind of their point. They were just showing you how Anakin became Vader. Now we're in this whole new territory. Why not show us some new stuff? Why not show us some new Force moves? Why not show us...
Yeah, and if, like, say, like, they just kept the same moves, then you guys would have complained about the same moves.
Exactly, 100%. They would have been like, oh, why does he only do, this Force trick? Why doesn't he do anything else? They didn't have any complaints about...
He was on that planet by himself for years, so...
You know what I'm realizing? They didn't have any problems with Kylo Ren and The Force Awakens stopping that one shot in midair.
That was
You
sick.
never saw that before.
They don't even explain it.
They had in fucking The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader blocks those shots, but he didn't stop it midair.
Yeah, it was like... kind of like bounce off his hand.
Exactly. It was it disappeared once it hit his hand, but Kylo stopped it mid-air. We never saw it before, but no one had any problems with it. I never saw anything criticized.
Because it was badass.
Exactly, People want to be sexist so bad. They're like, oh, what's her name? Daisy Ridley, what's her name? Rey can't do this. Why is she so strong all of a sudden? Luke had no fucking training in Empire Strikes Back, and he went to face Vader, who was an established Sith Lord. You guys want to nitpick all the most random shit. Rey went and fought Kylo Ren.
They turned a blind eye to what they want to see.
Exactly.
What they want to,
Kylo Ren is technically the most trained Jedi in the world, and he got his ass whooped by Rey. So if you want to get mad at that, get mad at, Luke almost fucking, beating Vader, and then Vader having to use the Force to kick his ass, There's so many things that, I don't know. I could go all day.
Yeah, we could go on. But me and you have talked about X-Men and how, with Marvel, because X-Men just got bought by Disney or Marvel?
Fox was bought by technically Disney.
Okay.
But it's all, Disney and Marvel is the same at this point.
Yeah.
And
X-Men is in the Marvel comics, right?
Yes. So Marvel comics, X-Men, they made X-Men and all that. Once, X-Men came out and was lucrative, Marvel trying to buy back all their shit. Fox bought all the shit that was, mutant related. So that's why if you watch, Avengers, Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, she's technically a mutant. She's Magneto's daughter in the comics, but they don't mention that in Avengers because mutant, the word, is owned by Fox until now. So it's one of those things where it's like...
How much was it? $6 billion?
I believe it was, $6 billion.
$6 billion.
So now that Disney owns it all, it could all just make sense for everybody.
Hopefully.
That's true.
But I came up with the theory on how we can link the current X-Men and the current Avengers. There's been catastrophic events in both the series, and it's then they would have bumped into each other a long time ago. But remember was it the Wolverine, the last one?
The one when he went to Japan?
No, the one.
Oh, Logan.
Logan. Okay, Logan. They're always like, oh, we got to go to this place, and she has the comic book, right?
That's correct. Yes.
And but in the
it's supposed to be like Canada or something, I believe.
Yeah, but so they have comic books in that one, right?
Yeah, it's the X-Men comics. It's basically based off of their.
I forget what. There's another movie, a Marvel movie, like Avengers, the first one. The Captain Marvel comics. They have Captain Marvel comics. Remember the guy? The main dude, and he's like, I'm a big fan, and he's collecting his comics, and he has his cards and stuff. So why wouldn't it be the same series? If there's Marvel comics in the Avengers, and there's Marvel comics in Logan.
Yeah,
like you can just link it like right
that would
there.
be pretty cool.
So like if they were to make a new movie and there would be like in the end game, if the X-Men popped up, oh well, where the heck did they pop up? Well, the universe has been linked this whole time. Because, you know,
that is true. They have this weird open world stuff. Like I was just watching Winter Soldier today. It was on FX, and Captain America has this whole thing in the museum about him and his Howling Commandos and all this stuff. And it's like, why not connect everything, you know, into a comic book? Especially, you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, but it is in the 90s. So
I watched it.
Oh, you did watch it?
Yeah.
You did get to see it?
I just seen it a couple days ago, yeah.
It was in the 90s, so it was far away technically from now. You know, it's like, why not make comic books out of all these things as their outer world type shit? I haven't seen Shazam, but I have seen in the previews. There's this part where they have a toy Batman. He's like, "Go Batman!"
Exactly.
Why not have a thing like that in Marvel? You know, have a established like comic book type deal.
This is our dream. Like we would love. I'm sure any fan would love, but in reality, like you just have to consider like. Disney's like, okay, they've got contracts on the actors like Iron Man and all them. They get tired of playing them, and then like was it Hugh Jackman? Like he got tired of playing the Wolverine, and his contract was up, and he was probably signed for like 5 movies, and all these actors probably have like 1 or 2 more movies, and it's like, well, where's it gonna go? They're gonna start over, and then like Spider-Man. How many more Spider-Mans we have when we have Endgame, and I'm pretty sure that there's only going to be a couple more in this universe, in this timeline, you know, before they start over.
It's very true. That's the worst part, is not knowing when the next time we'll see Wolverine. Then, you know, they already said they're going to ease into X-Men movies. The next few movies are going to be sequels and just like the Eternals, things like that. That's kind of, I would say, left field, I guess. Things that aren't very popular, or not, I would say popular, but things that not
mainstream.
Not mainstream, exactly. Not mainstream. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, before their first movie, they were scared that movie was going to be a bomb because no one really knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. So that's the thing. It is, and then, you know, the newest X-Men comes out in June, so it's like, how long do you have to wait before you even start filming another X-Men? Because they're gonna start brand new, regardless of how good it does. You know, the chick from Game of Thrones, the dude from what's that movie? That Steven Spielberg movie, Ready Player One. That guy, he is in there. You know, they got all these, you know, Jennifer Lawrence, all these people that they're gonna replace. How long do you wait to replace, you know, Jennifer Lawrence, James McAvoy, you know, all these good-ass characters with great actors? How long do you wait?
To the companies like Disneyland, like, they don't care because there's always a new generation, a new kid who's never seen any Spider-Man, any Batman, even though there's been like 10 of them, you know?
That's true.
So there's always going to be that kid that doesn't know anything, and then they watch the new Batman, and then they're like, "Whoa, how many Batmans are there?"
That's very true.
And so that's how it is in a company wise. Like they want to make at least decent picture, and it's gonna sell millions of dollars. And like us, we're like, you know, the older like us, like Batman, like, okay, Christian Bale, like, that's nostalgia. That's nostalgia. You know, we'll pay for that. We want that. You know,
that reminds me of the movie, the first Neighbors, when he's like, "Who's Batman to you?" He's like, "Christian Bale." He's like, "No, man, Michael Keaton." And then they both do the Batman. "I'm Batman." "No, I'm Batman." Like that's what it reminds me of exactly.
Yeah,
you know, it's gonna be one of those.
So basically,
clashes.
Even like Spider-Man, they started a Spider-Man over so fast, but they don't care because there's always that generation that's the new generation is always gonna go watch it. They're always gonna make the money. So there's no to the companies it doesn't matter, but for us it does. The fans it does. You know.
It makes me think. I don't even know if my brother's even seen a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Those are the best.
10-year difference.
Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man, dude.
Spider-Man 2 is my favorite movie ever.
But
for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 2 Doc Ock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doc Ock.
It's pretty cool. But I want to say like that. That's my Spider-Man, but in the Avengers Infinity War, the Spider-Man with the iron suit.
Oh, that shit was so cool, bro.
That's so tight, dude. And especially how they introed it. Oh, man.
If you've seen the comic book Civil War, you've seen the Iron Spider with the legs. Mm-hmm. Just seeing it on camera was so tight. Yeah. Regardless of how the way the suit looked. The suit still looked cool. Granted, the what's it called? The Iron Spider is technically all red with yellow. But it looks even better in the movies, the Scarlet Spider. And then he has the legs that come out. If you've played the Spider-Man PlayStation game, they use that one as the Scarlet Spider, and you get to use the legs. It's one of those things that rewards you for being a fan for so long.
Definitely.
It's like, if you've seen the trailers, I won't spoil anything for Endgame, but it shows the new Iron Man suit, the Mark, they called it like 58 or whatever. It's a throwback to one of the first ever Iron Man suits. The face, if you look at it, the way it's yellow and it has like a dent right here, and then the legs are yellow, it's almost like the most original Iron Man suit. So it's a lot of cool throwbacks, things like that. They're really rewarding fans lately.
That's cool
for small things like that.
Yeah, I got you.
And in Infinity War, his suit where he touches it and it becomes him, it's called the Bleeding Edge armor in the comics. So many fans fucking loved that. They went apeshit for that shit because Bleeding Edge, it's one of those things where like you don't know if it's gonna come to the movies. It's one of those things where if you blink, you miss it.
Yeah. Marvel definitely did a good job with this whole universe, and who knows if they can repeat it. But the thing is like, man, they invested the time and the money. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're getting paid back tenfold. Yeah. Just because they're doing it right. And I mean, the DC universe, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start over like again already. But they just need to plan it, like instead of just rushing for the next Batman. And I know, like, the Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker movie.
It's a standalone movie.
Yeah, it's a standalone. It's not going to be Batman.
He's not. Well, we might never see him interact with Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of a tragedy in its own because Joaquin Phoenix is such a good actor.
But you never know. Like, it could be the start of something great. That's true. The Iron Man 1 was it was a great movie, like, for sure. But we didn't know, like, is Robert Downey Jr. down to do 10 more,
That's very true. Especially where he was in his life at the time, Yeah. That was his first big movie as his comeback. Mm-hmm. We didn't know at the time he was going to...
His second comeback. I think that was his second comeback.
He was in a few movies, as minor roles. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you watched Zodiac. Yeah. That's a good movie. That was one of his first comebacks. He was in the editor or some shit. Yeah. That movie, and then Charlie Bartlett, if you've seen that movie, he's like the principal.
No, I didn't see that one.
It was I think it was a Canadian film maybe. Did you watch the reboots of Star Trek? Yeah. The kid that played the Russian guy? He was like this kid in high school that oh, I'll help you with this, I'll help you with that. And Robert Downey Jr. was like the principal, and his daughter was dating Charlie Bartlett. It was the chick from Two Broke Girls with, I don't want to say this, but with the nice chest.
I've never seen it, but...
It's an older movie, especially now. Robert Downey Jr. was the principal, and he was like, what the fuck's going on in my school type deal. I got you. So... I feel like those two movies probably were part of his comeback. Mm-hmm. And then I know Iron Man, I know Marvel was hesitant on Robert Downey Jr., but Jon Favreau, the director, was like, he's my guy. Because I think they wanted Tom Cruise or some shit. Can you imagine Tom Cruise now? Right?
Mission Impossible 20.
Trying to stop you from fucking taking over, but also, join my religion.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Scientology.
But that's it for today. We're gonna be doing a hot and spicy review.
We're gonna do a review on Luna's channel, the Loons Review. But look forward to more of these videos. We'll probably do them more often on Fridays or.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun for me. I'll have the link in the description below for our hot and spicy review.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna upload this, and then we'll probably upload the hot and spicy a couple minutes after it, so it'll be all linked up. But thanks for hearing us out, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to making more videos. If you guys could watch all the older Loons Review videos, there's a lot of them that are, my friend Luna, he's really good at reviewing things. I kind of base my shit off of him sometimes, food-wise, movie-wise, music-wise. So it's things like that, like we talked in the beginning of the video. One of his last videos was hilarious with his little brother Eric. Definitely watch that one if you want to laugh.
The Pop Secret one, yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, I have a couple with my brother, but I think it was like 3 or 4 videos ago, but. I'll put the video in the description below, the hilarious one. But again, thanks for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys next time.
This must be nice. Thank you guys, Chris, and this is Luna. We appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thank you very much.
See ya.